What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are doing good. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I created this super cute little Gucci bunny set. This is like my Easter set. It's like a whole nude bronzy vibe, and I am obsessed with the little like Gucci bunnies. I think they're so adorable. So today we're just jumping like right into the tutorial. I prepped my nails off camera. I do have a polygel prep video that I'll link in the cards if you want to see how I shape my nail tips and stuff. If you're interested in the nail tips that I use, they will be linked in my Amazon store under nail prep and tools. But I have some base gel on my nails. I'm using the Madam Glam shade India. It's a rubber base. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So this is going to be like a freestyle set. I'm doing like a nude, like bronzy type of vibe for this set to match the little Gucci bunnies that I have. So yeah, I'm doing like gold, bronze, brown, and nude and white, and kind of like incorporating all those colors into this set. So on this nail, I'm using this color from a cart called Bronzer, and this milky white shade from Beetles called White, but it's more like a milky white. It's slightly runny too. And then I'm also using this one color from a cart snatched polygel kit called Blended. And I basically placed a little bead of each color on the nail and used my spatula to swirl them together, and then I just pat the polygel in place. And now I'm going to go in with some foils and place them into the uncured polygel, and they stick like right on there. These are some foils that I got from a cart. I think they sent it in one of their subscription boxes. I just like ripped them apart in little pieces with my fingers. So yeah, I went ahead and cured that. Now I'm taking that same milky white shade from Beetles, and I'm placing a little bit of it on this nail and then like brushing it over the nail really lightly. I'm leaving some glassy areas because that's the kind of like look that I was going for. Like I said, this kind of color is like really runny. I don't know why it's so runny. It feels more like a builder gel for some reason. But yeah, anyways, I'm not trying to like really build up the nails with it because it's kind of hard. That's why you see me using the base gel as a slip. I also have these little metal charms for your nails. I have like a Gucci one and like a little $ one, so I'm placing those into the uncured polygel, and then I'm just going to cure it in place. You want to make sure that they're flat on the nail. You don't want any parts of those like little charms poking up, otherwise they'll poke up through your clear polygel when you encapsulate them and you'll file them off. I'm also taking this glittery polish from Madam Glam. It's a rubber base. I forgot the name right now, but it's a white rubber base, and it has like some glitters in it, so I'm lightly brushing it over the white parts on these two nails. I don't know, I felt like it just gave it a little something. I mean, you really can't tell the difference, but like if you look close you could see the little shimmer, and I feel like it kind of did make somewhat of a difference. So yeah, on this nail I'm going to be using the shade Blended, and I'm building up the nail with this color because this nail is just going to be one solid color with like no glitters or anything. This is a nail that I'm going to be putting the pom-pom on, so that's kind of like the main attraction. Plus I wanted to incorporate like a all like brown nail into the set because that's the kind of like color vibe that we're going for here, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I just placed the polygel like right onto the nail. I keep the rounded end by the cuticle when I squeeze it out of the bottle, and I use that to start building my apex. So when I'm patting the polygel in place, I'm focusing that rounded end up by the cuticle area to start building my apex, and then I pat the rest of the polygel side to side down the nail. As always, I am going in with a second layer on this nail because this obviously, as you can see, is too thin and my nails are long, so I definitely need to go in with a second layer to build up the structure and get more of an apex so that they don't break or anything like that. And the base gel was making my polygel a little bit runny, that's why you see me like wiping the cuticle area. But if my brush gets a little bit sticky, I do like soak it in a little bit of isopropyl alcohol to get like all of that gunk off of it before I like continue patting the polygel in place. But yeah, as you can see, I'm going in with a second layer on this nail now. I'm just basically applying it the same way I did the first layer. Now I'm going in with this color from the Gershon Nude Polygel Kit. It's the color 004. I love this shade for doing like ombres or French nail beds. I feel like it's the most perfect nude shade that you could possibly have in polygel. This one and the one from a cart called Chrysanthemum that comes in the House of Florist Polygel Kit. I feel like those two are like literally like anyone's go-to for like polygel nail bed colors, or like the top color for your ombre. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to be using it for, to create a nail bed. So I applied a small bead of it onto my nail. You really don't need a lot. And basically what you do is you kind of like pat the polygel around the cuticle first, and then like start forming the polygel into the shape of a nail bed by like taking in the sides and like rounding off the bottom. You kind of just use your brush to do that. For some reason my brush was getting a little bit sticky, so the polygel was sticking to it, but I eventually got it under control. So yeah, I'm basically just like brushing it and evening it out. You can like file it up if you want to, like after you cure, if you feel like your smile line is not straight enough. I'm not going to do that. I'm pretty like fine with the way it looks, but yeah, you want to make sure you cure for 60 seconds after you're done creating your nail bed. And now I'm going to be doing kind of like a negative space design. So I'm taking that bronzer shade from a cart and I'm applying a small bead of it onto the nail for the first half of the negative space, and this is the part where I'm gonna like kind of like drag it up the sides of the smile line. You definitely want to do that when you're creating French nails to accentuate like the smile line that you created. You definitely have to drag it all the way up the sides, otherwise it's really not going to give that French nail look. And I'm kind of like just pushing the polygel up a little bit. I'm not really doing like a neat negative space really, because I'm applying foils like right at the bottom of it, so you're not really going to see like how straight of a line it is, if you know what I mean. If you weren't applying foils, you would want to get it perfect or whatever, but I'm not doing that, so I'm kind of using the foils as that purpose. And I'm doing the same thing to the bottom half. I'm applying a small bead and kind of just like leaving that middle part clear. And then I'm going to go ahead and place some base gel right in between where that clear area is. And I'm going to be using that to hold this little bow alloy charm. So now I'm going to go ahead and encapsulate these three nails with the foils and stuff on them, because they definitely need more structure, and you need to encapsulate the foils and the little charms so that you don't file through them when you go to file, shape, and buff. So I already squeezed the polygel out onto my nails off camera. And like I said before, I always use that rounded end that's like up by the nail bed area to build my apex. So when I pat it in place, most of that polygel is getting focused in that area, and maybe brush down a little bit to blend into the tip, but not much. And I just go side to side down the rest of the nail, and then I do use my brush to smooth the nail out before I cure it in my lamp to make sure it's as smooth as possible. This will save you a lot of filing time in the end. When you have more lumps in your nails, it takes longer to file, but that's the good thing about polygel. You have that time frame to work with it before you go ahead and cure everything. And you also want to make sure you just wipe the cuticle area before you cure in your lamp to make sure there's no gel stuck there. Sometimes when you use base gel as a slip solution like I'm doing, it can tend to make the polygel a little bit runny, so definitely wipe the cuticle area.
Zyeq.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and move on to the filing now. I'm using my Niceable 2-in-1 mini lamp and portable nail drill. This was the mini lamp I was using in the video. And yeah, I don't know what it is about this lamp, but I've been using it a lot lately. And the e-file, I feel like, I don't know, because it like does everything. I feel like it's like convenient, like, you know, because you have like your mini lamp to cure your nails, and then like you just go ahead and like pull the legs in, and then you could use it as an e-file, and you don't have to have it plugged into the wall or anything like that. It's like super like convenient. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to start by debulking these nails. So I'm using a fine grit safety bit to take the bulk off the nails first. I like to remove the bulk first and then do my shaping last. This way I can get a nice sharp shape. So I'm going around the cuticle and smoothing over the nail as always. I'm also like filing along the sidewalls and underneath the nail. You just want to like make sure you look at all parts of your nail and feel over the surface to make sure there's no lumps. If there is lumps, you know you need to file more. I will be going in with a cuticle bit, but right now I'm trying to get the cuticle area down as much as I can. With this bit, you want to try to get it as flat as possible so that when you go in with your cuticle bit, you could just seal around the cuticle and it will be like nice and flush to the cuticle area. Okay, so this is the cuticle bit that I'm going to be using. It's a round cuticle bit. The one I normally use from Pana actually broke because I dropped my drill while it was in the drill and it just like snapped. So I'm using this one that came with one of my nail drills. It's like a round bit, but I actually kind of like it though because as you're using it, it also exfoliates like the dead cuticle skin off the cuticle area, so it kind of does both. It helps to seal around the cuticle and take the dead skin off. The only thing I would say is it is like a little bit harder to get like in between to seal because of the shape. That's why I like the other one. It's like more pointy. I have a lot of drill bit recommendations in my Amazon store under nail prep and tools, and you could also find this nail drill in my Amazon store under nail drills if you were interested. But yeah, I'm trying my best to like get in between there. I was using it on 12,000 RPMs. You want to go on a lower speed when you're doing cuticle work. I'm actually going to be taking the man drill bit now and a 180 zebra sanding band. And I'm just going around the cuticle a little bit more just to smooth it out and make it look nice. That bit kind of like left a little bit of scratches, it feels like, so this I'm using to smooth it out, and I'm buffing over this nail because it was like a little bit, I don't know, weird looking, so I'm just buffing over it with this to like fix it up and make everything look nice and neat. Now I'm going to go ahead and shape up the nails with my 180 grit nail file. So to start, I take the bulk off of the sides first to kind of get like the width of the nails that I prefer. So I hold my file straight and I file a few times on each side like that. And then to taper in the tip, since I'm doing a tapered square shape, I hold my file at an angle, but hold it straight at an angle and file in towards the tip of the nail. And you would just keep doing that until you're satisfied with how they look, basically. I also make sure to file underneath the nail to get out any like plastic or anything stuck under there. And to file the free edge, you can hold your file at an angle and file straight across, or hold it at an angle and file up and down. But whatever you're doing, keep your file straight so that the shape comes out even, and don't file on one side of your nails for too long because that can cause them to look lopsided. Just kind of like alternate sides and your shape will come out nice and even. But as you can see, I like doing this step last because I don't know, I feel like it makes a difference. The shape comes out a lot sharper. And of course you do want to go in with your buffer after you're done filing your nails to get out any scratches, because they will show through like your top coat and everything when you're ready to top coat or do your nail art. So always go in with a buffer. To finish everything up, I'm going to go ahead and apply my charms, which is really going to tie everything together. So like I said, I have these cute little Gucci bunnies. So I'm using some McCart rhinestone gel to attach my stones so that they stay on really good. And I'm also adding these little gold flowers that I have. This came with like a little set of charms, but I felt like I needed to add a flower to this set because I felt like it made it like more of that spring type of vibe. Because this color scheme, you know, isn't really springy, like pastel, bright in your face or whatever. But I feel like adding the flower like really brought out the fact that it was like an Easter spring vibe, but it was still like a nude bronzy set, if you feel what I'm saying. And the little pom-poms actually attach by a magnet. So this is a little magnet. You have to attach that onto your nail first, and then like attach the pom-pom onto your nail. So I'm placing a little bit of a gel there and just placing the little piece into the gel, and then I'm going to cure it in place. Of course, I would apply way too much alcohol and spill it all over my nail, but don't do that. You just want to clean up the excess gel, so it's not like, you know, just sitting there like after you cure it. Like when I put the flour down, I cleaned up the excess gel that like spilled out of the sides. And now I'm just going to go ahead and top coat everything. I'm going to top coat underneath all of the nails because I've been liking to do that lately. I feel like it just makes them look nice and smooth instead of like buffed and dusty, you know. So I just like top coat under them, whether the glass nails or not. I feel like it just like completes the look somehow. You don't have to do it, but you can. Mainly I usually just do it for glassy nails, but I don't know, I've been liking to do it for all of my nails now because it just makes them look nice underneath. So yeah, after I cure these for 60 seconds, I'm just gonna go ahead and place the little pom-pom on top of the magnet, and they're all finished. I love the way these turned out. I've been saving this idea in my head for Easter. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, I would love it if you subscribe before you leave, because I post nail tutorials and reviews every week, so you definitely don't want to miss out. And also make sure you hit the notification bell so you can get notified when I do post a video. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye. Love you guys.